Welcome back to day 5 of Unveil Your Hidden Powers, Turn Your Shadow into Strengths. The shadows, these repressed parts of us that were rejected or people didn't like or we didn't like, all of that, usually hidden within there is our superpower. Usually within there is our gift of why. Why were we born? Why do we want to do what we do? So we continue on our journey. Today, another way, and the reason why I keep talking about different ways to find your shadow is those little sneaky dogs hide in all kinds of different ways. I mean, they come out when you're on a swamp boat. They come out when you're at a big party. They come out when you're sitting watching TV and then somebody on TV does something and it's like, I don't like that. Why are they acting like that? There's all kinds of ways for your shadows to show up. So today we're going to talk about the Blue Rose Leadership Life Wheel. This is supposed to be in color, but obviously I forgot to print it in color. But there's 2, 4, 6, 7 different categories that you want to look at. You want to look at how you are physically. And you want to look at this on a scale of 0 to 10. 10 being I am locked and loaded. I am a physical specimen. And 1 is, oh, physical. Does it require me to get off the couch other than to walk and get a donut? So it's all kinds of different ways. And I will tell you before we review this, for those of you that don't know, I'm a shaman. I'm very deeply spiritual. I do card readings. In fact, you probably see the cards. Nope, over there. Nope, over. I wish I could figure out how to point right. You see the cards I have over there. Anyway, I do card readings. If you're interested, let me know. I do one-on-one coaching. If you're interested in that, also let me know. I'm kind of advertising that more because I've been asked a lot, and I kind of took a couple months off. It was a little hiatus from coaching, so my batteries are recharged, ready to go. But when I did this for the first time and I sat down for spiritual, I gave myself a 3. Now again, I'm a shaman. I practice, I meditate. I do all the right things. But back then I did nothing. Nothing. I rejected all of that. I rejected the concepts of a higher power. I rejected that, we were made of energy, that we were in control of our lives. I was the perfect victim. Because how could I control my life to have everything that was done to me? Now, of course, I realize that, for a variety of different things, which we won't go into now, is, we sign a contract before we come into this world. We go through what we go, and then we move on. So also when I did this, I weighed 230 some pounds. Now I now weigh 158 on my way to release my last 15 pounds. So I was kind of, I was locked and loaded with family. Financial wasn't good. I wasn't good in a lot of areas. So I really had to set to get to work. So, and if you want this, it comes with a booklet. It comes with like a 10-page booklet explaining different things and, questions to ask and that. If you're interested, again, put it in the comments below. Just say send it. If you can DM me on YouTube, Facebook, you can DM me, or you can just put in the comments below your email and I'll email it over to you. No strings, no nothing. I'll just zip it over to you. I will add your email address so you can start getting updates from me, but you can always opt out. So take your time and go through this, because when you realize where you're failing at, when I realized, and failing is probably not a good word, but when I realized where I was very underperforming, as in physical, financial, spiritual, I realized something had to give. I had to figure this out because I couldn't keep, feeling lost. I always felt like I was adrift in the ocean, that I would, run into people and I would talk to them for a while and then I'd feel adrift again. So I really focused on this to figure out, okay, if I am so overweight, why? And I really went on a journey to understand that weight's a spiritual protection. And a lot of times our weight's protecting us from things outside. Maybe we don't want to be looked at a certain way, so we dress kind of, I have a friend who is really thin. She works out, she does all that. She dresses in really baggy clothes. And I asked her once why, and she's like, I don't know, I just always have. But when we did a deep dive, it was because she didn't want people looking at her. It was like, so wait a second, you spend all this time in the gym and you don't want to show it off? So we really had to work through that, but she didn't realize it until she did this wheel of balance, because she felt like she was locked and loaded. Within that, with financials, if you're having financial troubles, what do you relate money to? When you think of money, how do you relate it? If you think, gosh, I would love to make 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, 10 million, what pops into your mind? If you're thinking, man, I wish I could make, 250,000, if the next thought is, well, only certain people make that, or you have to sell your soul to make that, or you have to work a lot of hours to make that, or you have to, all kinds of negatives. And trust me, I make six figures, and I have not sold my soul. I do not work massive hours. I'm very comfortable. But I had to get rid of a lot of money issues I had because I came from a wealthy family, but my mom believed money was very scarce. She had scarcity, the law of scarcity. My dad was the opposite, and he was the one who made the money. He believed that if he thought it, money would flow to him. That guy, it didn't matter what he touched, it worked out great. If he decided he was going to start some business, it worked out great. He decided when he retired he was going to make golf clubs. This is way before people, became a business. He kicked butt making golf clubs. The guy had the Midas touch, and he could talk to anybody, anywhere. And so he really believed in his abilities. So he didn't carry that. Now, how those two did it together, I'll never understand. Because my mother would tell us all the time, money doesn't grow on trees. So you start having all those money blocks. Well, money is hard to get, so when you get it, you need to hold on to it. You need to not spend it. Or, like my dad, oh, don't worry, spend. We can always make more. But not everybody can make more. I mean, he came from, the World War II era folks that when they came back from war, they had plentiful jobs. The money flowed to them. They got paid all kinds of money. That was a different time than we have now. So some of those things that you're taught then don't necessarily work now. The same with your family. How do you interact with your family? How do you get along with them? How do you get along with your husband, your spouse, your kids? All this stuff comes into play to figure out what shadows are holding you back. Which one of these 7 areas are you not excelling in? I've had people sit down and look at this that I've coached, and they'll be like, I'm good in all of them. And then they'll think about it, be like, well, maybe not so much in career, because I could be, if I really wanted to, I could probably do this, and this, and get promoted. Or, well, I'm not really, this isn't really my jam, what I'm doing here. It's just easy, and I don't have to really work hard. But if I 10 times my life, and that's one of the things you need to look at, if you 10 times it, where would you be? Would that bring you more joy than giving 2% in all these areas? What if you picked one and said, okay, for the next 6 months, I am going to focus on physical. I am going to lock in on physical, and I'm going to 10 times my physical. I'm going to release the weight. I'm going to start eating healthy. I'm going to exercise and work out and all this stuff that you're going to do. Or you may say, hey, financially, I've got to figure out a way to make more money. How can I attract more money into my life? What talent? What side hustle can you do? There are so many side hustles out there. I have a friend who makes high-end, and I mean extremely high-end quilts for babies. I still look at her and say, I don't know how you even thought to do that. She's been doing it for a long time now, so she's killing it. And she's just like, so many people ask me to make baby quilts, and she was making them for everybody. She says, I finally thought, you know what? I'm going to start charging more because I have too much business. I gotta get rid of all this business. And it backfired. When she started charging more people wanted her. People, if you have a business, people will pay whatever you ask if you're good at what you do. I see so many coaches out there. It's like, well, how much do you charge for coaching? Well, I do 12 weeks for $5.95. Really? No. I do 12 weeks for $1,500, and I'm getting ready to raise it because I got too many clients. It's like I can't because I have a full-time job. So when you look at this, what are you really good at that you may kind of shy away from? Maybe you're really good at, you've got one of those personalities that everybody loves being around you. You build community in a snap. You're like, you know what? Let's have a meeting at Panera's and 20 people show up for your meeting in Panera's. How can you move that forward? And what areas, again, are you not doing well in? I know I've kind of talked long about one little thing, but this right here really helped. Really helped shape my life. Because when I realized that I was not being the best me, even close to being the best me, when I did this, and I thought, man, Here I thought I had my life together, everything was going great, and I realized, you know what, Karen, really not. And when I looked at it this morning, when I got it out for you, I was like, you know what, Karen, you're still not. You got to get your shit together physically. We got to work on that. You know, we got to work a physical and financial, because I've hit a wall. I've hit a ceiling, a financial ceiling, mental. It's all mental. Oh, our brains could do so much for us if we just accept it. I hit a wall, and I have to work through that. So I'll give you guys updates in this as well. But if you want a copy of the, it's I can't even tell how many page workbook, but it has exercises for you to do, ways to help you think through this, so you don't have to just sit and think, well, I don't know, physical kind of steps. It's a nice little workbook. I'd be happy to email it over to you as a PDF. Just let me know. I hope this helped you guys. If you have any questions, also put those in DMs. I'm getting a lot of questions. I appreciate you guys. I want you to enjoy this journey we're on together. And I was going to end it with an online class, but I don't know now, because so many people are like, Karen, can you just restart coaching? Please start coaching again. So let me know, would you like online or coaching? An online course, or coaching at this point, and keep these videos going. So let me know. Have a great day, you guys. I forgot to say happy Monday. It's Monday. It's June 5th. Have a most wonderful day. Oh, I hope you also have a spectacular moon over the weekend. Have a wonderful day, and here's to you finding your blue rose.